So, very happy to be here.
Your character starts off not really having too many redeeming qualities, it seems. He's very pragmatic and by the book.
Aren't those redeeming qualities? Aren't those good qualities?
They are good qualities, but we don't get a chance to see any heart or emotion. Will that be explored at all from what you know?
The situation that he's in a spaceship where that's dying, and he's got 4,000 people who are, may not make it. I don't think he's the type of man who is going to. He's not a cuddly, soft. He's got big decisions to make, and he's got to have big balls to cut those people, and he's got. So probably not.
What is your character's impression of the Chancellor? He doesn't seem to like him very much.
I don't know where you're getting that from, and I mean that seriously, because there's a very brief scene that I have with him. He didn't seem. You're right. He didn't seem to care too much that he was shot or that he could have died. But then I don't think, as you said, he's very pragmatic, and he's just trying to make sure the human race. It's such an interesting dilemma to be the last of your race. I can't imagine, and to let that die out. It's just a really interesting question. And that's a great dilemma to be in. I think it's a great. Yeah, I don't know what the question was. I forgot.
No, it was good. Good answer.
When you look at the script, is that where you're looking for big themes? Do you look?
Yes, I do. I like those questions. I like something that's gonna, even if it doesn't come across in the show, something that makes me question. Like for example, the show is set 100 years in the future. And the show won't really deal what the future will be like, but I just like, I went and did some research, in 100 years, what will we have? Will we have a space station? Will we have a moon base? Will we have commercial flights? And what are the effects of, all these things, anything that makes me, and it doesn't need to come across, but I enjoy things that challenge me that way.
So while the kids are down on the planet, I mean, what are we going to expect from the adults up on the ship? What are we going to be seeing from you guys?
I think we are, with the spaceship dying, I think there's going to be a lot of discussion on how we go ahead. Do we, my opinion is we need to cull some people. We need to float some people so that the rest of us can survive. How do we choose that? Who goes, who stays? And I'm sure I'm going to get opposition from a lot of people, especially the ones I think should be going, right? So I think that there'll be drama. And I think, there'll be little factions sprouting up, I imagine. Maybe, I don't know, a revolution. Who knows?
You're playing a very ambitious, character as far as how he relates to the new, president. Are you, when you first auditioned or thought about getting this role, coming from Scandal, was this something that you wanted to do? Like you came from Scandal playing, that character where it's like very laid back, and now you're playing a very intense,
right?
I don't know if likable is the word, character. Do you see him as a good guy or a bad guy?
Like I said, I don't see people as good or bad. I think he's trying to do something, and just the way he goes about it, it's the same with any character. I don't think, I'm a good or bad guy. I've got something to do. My aim is to make sure the human race stays alive, and this is the way I'm going to do it. And it's up to other people to perceive. I hope that people will say, I understand why he's doing what he's doing. It's a typical choice. I may not like it, but it has to be done. I hope people will come to understand and maybe even agree with what I'm doing. I'd love that to happen. People will go, yeah, I think he's right.
Are you ever going to get to go down and roll around in the mud like you had to in Lost?
I hope so. I hope so. So far, I don't think this season. Maybe, should we go for another season? I think that's certainly a possibility.
What was it that appealed to you about the script when you got it?
When I read the script, it was one of the few that I got to the end of, and it was a real page turner for me. And as I said, sci-fi is a genre that I really enjoy. I like the fantastical. I like thinking about what could be out there, and I love the questions that sci-fi poses, and they offered it to me, so which is always nice.
What do you think the series is trying to say about the contemporary world? What do you think this is a story about?
I think it could say a lot. I don't know where we are at the moment with what, but I think and I hope we do. That's always my hope, that a show will. I was touched by Star Trek, even though you say it's a sci-fi show. My mum, it's a silly sci, but it asks some really good questions, which I hope we can do.
Overpopulation and finite resources are big themes of our time.
Right,
They are big
exactly.
themes of this
Yeah,
week.
and then we've destroyed the Earth, which you could say we're doing now. Let's look at what we would do in the future, and I hope that it touches on big questions. Who knows?
Did I read that you're guest starring as your wife?
That's correct.
Can you talk about that?
Sure, I play a character called Ernesto, and it's the first time. I'm half Peruvian, so it's the first time I've played Hispanic. So I speak Spanish, and so I've finally been given a chance to use it.
When do you shoot that?
I shot it.
Oh, you shot it?
I just finished yesterday.
So how
Yeah.
was that?
It's great, it's Hawaii. I live in Hawaii, but still working with Dan Day Kim and a whole bunch of the Lost crew. They're still on the show, and I'm very friendly with a lot of them. So it's just nice just to revisit, to be able to drive to work and drive home. It's so sweet. I love it.
Do you have a favorite scene in the pilot that you really enjoy shooting?
In the pilot, I don't do that much. And all my stuff is on the spaceship. I really enjoyed working with a young Canadian actor, and that was the first day. He plays Commander Shumway. I liked him a lot. I hope he sticks around. Who knows? Okay, thank you.